As human beings, we share an instinctive need to constantly look forward. With each launch, the dream of distant places ignites the desire to explore, connect, and let the imagination soar. With every flight, we become closer to each other and to ourselves.
Please welcome Emmy, Grammy, Tony, and Academy Award-winning actress, Viola Davis.
Have I got a story for you? A story 100 years in the making, made possible by you, the believers, the backers, the champions who gave Delta the wings to fly even higher. We've been connecting the world for a century now, beating the odds, breaking barriers, and flying in a class all our own. Because like history has taught us, there's nothing we can't do. Whether blue skies or storm clouds, nothing can ground the people who have fueled us for a century. Our indomitable spirit has propelled us forward and defined the Delta difference decade after decade. When times are tough, we're tougher. When they say slow down, we say catch up. And when they say it's impossible, we say sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. We'll never stop reaching for the skies and shooting for the stars. It's just who we are. This is Delta. And for 100 years and 100 more, we'll never stop climbing. Over the long course of 100 years, you learn some things. And one of the things we've learned is that while others might use a big centennial moment like ours to look back, at Delta, we look up. Because while some say having your head in the clouds is a bad thing, we say it's what dreamers do. At Delta, this kind of imagination is the fuel that's propelled us through the years. It's how we thought beyond our first lone crop duster in Macon, Georgia, all the way to becoming the longest-running U.S. airline, bringing you to every pioneered the first hub-and-spoke model to help a world flourish, not least of which was our home of Atlanta. It's what inspired the DC-8, the first jet to get you places faster so you could spend more time with the people you're going to see. It's why we introduced fast, free Wi-Fi, because connecting you from anywhere to everywhere has always been our ultimate destination. Remember, it wasn't that long ago that flight itself was impossible. And yet now we know that no single innovation has bound the world closer together, getting people out to learn more, to see more, to experience more, so we can all be together more too. Now imagine where the next 100 years will take us from here. And now, please welcome to the stage Delta CEO, Ed Bastian.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. What a great night. Well, welcome to the Sphere. This is going to be an amazing, amazing evening for us all. But before we start, please join me in a round of applause for Viola Davis. Viola was just awarded, wait. Viola was just awarded the Hollywood Foreign Press Association's highest honor at Sunday night's Golden Globes, a testament to her longstanding impact on the entertainment industry. Congratulations, Viola. And I want to thank all of you for joining us on this journey today through travel's past, present, and its future. Our Delta story began a century ago, near the dawn of commercial flight. It's a story of how unparalleled innovation, technological advancements, and fearless thinking changed the world. But most of all, it's a story of what can be accomplished when you always put your values front and center. For the past 100 years, Delta has been driven by a simple mandate: always put people first in everything that we do. And it's as true today as it was in 1925, when the very first Delta pilots took to the skies. Those values carried us from being a tiny startup crop duster to a global airline connecting the vast world. We can only imagine how exciting the world must have seemed a century ago. Could you imagine? The very concept of powered flight was only a few years old. But this brand new technology, it carried the promise of changing the world. Traversing the skies at high speed created opportunities that would have been impossible in the days of rail and ships. It brought people and communities together as never before in human history. And it feels similar today. New marvels like AI, the digital revolution, and innovations in sustainability are giving us incredible tools to transform the travel experience. But amid the wonder of new technology, we've always understood that the entire point of innovation is to lift people up. As Viola so beautifully said, that mandate to always put people first continues to drive us forward, just as it has for the past 100 years. And it's not just the people we serve, but the people who serve. People like these are great Delta employees. The technician working below wing to maintain our reliability, or the flight attendant who recognizes that customer reaching their 1 millionth mile, or the reservations agent who's there ready to care for you as your plans change. They are the history makers, the innovators, and the champions of human connection. They define what we're all about, what welcoming, elevated, and caring really means. And we feel their contributions reverberate through our past, and they carry us into our bright future. And so I want to stop and take a moment to celebrate a few of these people. People like Diane Carvelli, who together with her late colleagues, Jenny, yes, who together with her late colleagues Ginny Oxford and Gene Owens led a grassroots effort in 1982 to buy an incredible gift for our airline, our very first Boeing 767 aircraft. Now let me say that again. Our very first Boeing 767 was purchased by our own people and then gifted to our airline during a troubled financial period. That plane became known as the Spirit of Delta. Thank you, Diane, for being here this evening. People like Dana Nelson, the first black female pilot hired by Delta. First Officer Nelson, thank you for all you've done for breaking barriers in aviation. And people like James Sarvis, who served Delta for over 50 years in a number of vital positions. So good to see you here, James. For your 5 decades of service to Delta, we thank you. And finally, people like Joan Crandall. Joan, another one of our legendary Delta flight attendants, recently celebrated 65 years of service to Delta. Joan, thank you for your dedication to our customers and for the example that you have set for so many of us at Delta. These are the Delta professionals that have written our story. They embody our values, our culture, our history, and they've helped build a foundation that's going to power our next 100 years. Thanks again to each of you.
Now, we have to insert propeller blades to the hub.
As we fly across continents and cultures, toward adventures and achievements, through times of turbulence and triumph, we are propelled by curiosity and a deep desire to forge bonds that transcend borders.
You did it! Yes! Great job!
With childlike wonder, we travel everywhere and imagine a world where everything is possible.
As we take flight, technology is transforming the way we travel, with AI at the forefront of shaping our future. But at Delta, it's not technology for technology's sake. No, it's always about putting people first. We call it innovating with heart, using technology to create premium experiences with humanity at the core. Compared to a century ago, our ability to innovate has grown exponentially thanks to better data and smarter tools. that helps us make a difference at more points along your journey than ever before. Today, you expect travel that feels tailored to you. The goal is to create a seamless, connected travel experience from start to finish. That's why we work with partners, including rideshare providers who serve the first and last miles of your trip. Joby, which promises to bring a new mode of transportation to market. And Wheels Up, where elevated private solutions complement Delta's premium service. It all creates more choice for customers to get to their destination in a way that works best for them. So how can we use AI to help each of you connect more meaningfully at each step? How can we couple it with human ingenuity, imagination, and the world's most on-time airline? The possibilities really are endless. This evening, we'll focus on 4 key moments along the journey where we see opportunity for great innovation. First, embedding modern technology to enhance the operational experience. Delta already is the world's most reliable airline, but we're raising the bar even higher for you. Second, convening partners to create new means of seamless travel that enable greater access and ease. Third, reimagining how you spend your time on board and how we show our loyalty back to you. And finally, bringing the world closer together by unlocking more access to international travel through new fleet technologies. But let's begin with you. It's critical that we have a deep understanding of how you like to travel. And we're working with leaders in data and insights to do just that. To share more about how we're turning your feedback into meaningful moments throughout your journey, please welcome to the stage the co-founder and executive chairman of Qualtrics, Mr. Ryan Smith, and one of our own iconic Delta flight attendants, Jeannie Brady. Well, Ryan and Jeannie, you got your fan club already out there.
There's one.
Including on stage. Well, Ryan and Jeannie, thank you for joining us. Ryan, Qualtrics is the leader in experience management and has been an amazing partner for Delta, helping us use data to better understand our customers. Ryan, could you start to describe how we're using feedback to shape the future of travel?
Well, thanks, Ed. It's been incredible to be a partner with Delta for some time now, but it really boils down to experience. Experience is actually the currency of business today. And in the travel experiences that Delta provides at scale, you're clearly setting yourself apart. Last year at Qualtrics, we looked at nearly 7 million records of feedback from Delta customers to identify the areas which people actually care about the most. And nobody's doing this at the scale that Delta is across the global network with nearly 200 million travelers that you serve each year. Delta is clearly the leader. But this experience data, the feedback that we're collecting, is critical to unlocking how Delta can meaningfully connect with customers, exceed their expectations, and ultimately anticipate their needs. This anticipate word, anticipate the needs to transform the whole travel experience. Because truly knowing customers better, it really should mean that in turn you're recognizing them and you're improving that experience as they move through each leg of the journey.
That's so perfect, Ryan, and you described the journey that we're on together, and it is a long journey. Jeannie, you've been on our journey for a while together with us. Can you share your perspective about that?
Thank you, Ed. Every customer that walks through our boarding door has a unique story. As flight attendants, We hear those stories every day. And Ryan makes a great point about recognition. It's not just about recognizing a birthday, it's about making every moment they spend on Delta feel welcoming, elevated, and caring. As Ed said, it's in our DNA at Delta. And if you take million milers as an example, 65 customers each day cross over a million-mile threshold. And what do all those customers, those million-miler customers, have in common? They all started as zero. That's a lot of moments through their travel history at Delta where we have an opportunity to recognize and celebrate them. That data helps empower our frontline team members create moments of magic in real time and in a way that fits that occasion. Those million milers, it first started with a handwritten card, and now it's developed into a full-blown program at multi-levels delivered by Delta people. A handwritten note or card, it could be a small gift, an announcement on board, and so much more. So think about it. If we take that concept, that idea, and you now move it to moments, more moments. If there was a digital continuity in which that check-in counter looks at that customer and know exactly what their story is, and that transfers over to the gate agent in the boarding house, and they know how to treat them. And then they come on board our airplane, and all of us as flight attendants, we know exactly how to celebrate them or care for them. That is the opportunity ahead to go above and beyond, and it's exciting.
And you are so right, Jeannie, and that is the Delta difference, right there. Right? While feedback informs the experience today, there is much more we can and will be doing in the years ahead to deepen the connections that we're making and give you all control over how your experience is personalized. Ryan, this isn't a futuristic vision. This is something we're already starting on today.
Yeah, everything we're working on together is about these personalized moments. And, how do you deliver them in an individualized, highly contextual experience at scale? It's easy when it's one to a few. It's hard when it's one to many, as in 200 million. Yeah. So above all, what people want and what we're finding out, people want to be seen, as you described. And so we're combining intelligent listening with the AI that we're working on together to unlock new ways to deliver these elevated moments while maintaining a personal touch that Delta is known for all over the world. For example, many of you in the audience are traveling here on business, but what if you were traveling for another reason? What if it was for a honeymoon or a job interview or your first mile or even your 15 millionth mile? How might Delta act on that to change your experience and meet you where you are on your journey and actually make you feel understood? In some ways, we're already doing this, and Delta's a leader, but what if we were to build in, as you were describing, Jeannie, from the ground up, what if you could let Delta know yourself, how you're feeling, how you actually want to be cared for? This is the opportunity that we're unlocking together through AI. And it's the years ahead that we're looking forward to, because that is what's making every single interaction feel personal. And Jeannie, I know you've seen the impact of this already.
Yeah, last Friday I was flying my trip Atlanta to Honolulu, and there were 2 customers who crossed over on that flight to their millionth mile, and we had a great time celebrating them, a honeymoon couple. Then we had another couple celebrating their 50th anniversary, and they brought their whole family on that flight, and that was wonderful to celebrate them. In the future, that connectivity between customer and employee tools will help us proactively understand how to create those moments of magic or moments of care from the very start of their journey. It's powerful to think about, and we think it's going to transform the travel experience as we move forward with human connection at the center.
Ryan and Jeannie are so right, and we have an amazing opportunity to use data and new technologies powered by AI to preserve these moments, not disrupt them. It's a reinforcement of Delta's commitment to putting our customers at the center of our business. Ryan and Jeannie, thank you for what you're doing. Appreciate you being here with us today.
Thanks, Ed.
What feedback has also shown us is more than anything is how much you value your time, and specifically, being on time. For any given flight, a series of carefully curated steps must go exactly according to plan, from inbound planes and crews and bags, to catering, connecting passengers, predicting the weather, and everything in between. At Delta, those steps happen over 5,000 times each and every day. But the center of all of that is you, the Delta customer. So how do we preserve that promise of reliability and give you more control over your journey? How do you create space for more meaningful connections? Well, it starts with thinking differently about how we blend the digital and physical experiences, beginning with the Fly Delta app. We know our customers count on the Fly Delta app from home to airport and beyond. In fact, in 2024, we saw roughly 1.3 billion interactions in the app. It's an amazing number. More than 97% of SkyMiles Medallion members use their app as the go-to companion during travel. And in 2025, we intend to make that even better with an industry-leading experience that we're calling, stay for it, Delta Concierge. That's an announcement, okay? Delta Concierge. Delta Concierge will serve as a thread across your experience, a Gen AI-powered personal assistant that anticipates your needs, provides real-time guidance, and delivers tailored recommendations, combining the context of who you are and how you travel with the deep knowledge and insights that we've already built as the world's most reliable airline. Soon, elements of Delta Concierge will be available across all our digital and onboard channels and in the hands of our reservation agents, making their ability to assist you even better. Let's take a closer look at how we envision Delta Concierge connecting your day of travel. In a few moments, we'll meet Eve. Eve is a few years into the future, preparing for a business trip to Tokyo. As she prepares for her trip, Delta is preparing for her. Through AI and the Delta team, we are anticipating her every need to ensure her day of travel is not only seamless, but also reaps the benefits of her SkyMiles membership.
Good morning, Eve. We look forward to welcoming you aboard your flight today.
Great. I'll be ready to leave soon.
Traffic to the airport is heavy. Time by car is 90 minutes. Would you like to request a Joby flight? Journey time is 10 minutes.
Oh, yes, please. Let's grab a Joby.
Joby confirmed.
Delta Concierge uses Gen AI and voice processing to listen, understand, and then respond intelligently to our customers' unique needs in real time. Delta Concierge helped ensure that Eve's journey to the airport was free of any stress. It checked to make sure her passport is current and whether she requires any additional travel documents. It can even book end-to-end travel on her behalf using only her voice. Now, as we saw, Eve is running tight on time, so taking a car is not going to be an option. Guess what? Delta Concierge is already working on an alternate solution, a Joby, a new breed of electric vehicle vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, which can get her to the airport in a short fraction of the time. Pretty cool, huh? I wish we had that in New York today. All Eve needs to do is to ask Delta Concierge to confirm the Joby, and off she goes. That's incredible. Gary Shapiro, I think we need to get some at the next CES in Vegas that could be able to get us around the mean streets of Las Vegas a lot easier next year's conference. Joby is going to transform how we move through the travel experience. And it's not a distant future that we're talking about. We expect Joby to be flying in the next couple of years, beginning with our service to Los Angeles and New York City. And we're happy that the executive chairman of Joby, Paul Sierra, is with us here today. Hey, Paul. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate all you're doing at Joby. But back to Eve. She's now arrived at the airport, and Delta Concierge has been preparing her travel in advance. So the next steps are simple. Having dodged the traffic with a Joby, Eve heads straight to bag drop. Using AR wayfinding, Delta Concierge shows her exactly where she needs to go. And Eve won't need to worry about her bag. A permanent digital bag tag means she can track her luggage in real time. Delta Concierge will let Eve know which gate she's flying from. And by using biometrics and connected digital tools, fumbling for documents will become a thing of the past, meaning Eve can breeze through security without breaking her stride. A seamless airport experience means more time for Eve to connect with loved ones before boarding her flight.
Hey, sweetie.
Hi, Mommy.
How are you?
I'm good. Are you at the airport already?
Yeah, I'm at the airport now.
When are you coming back?
I'll see you when I come back this weekend, okay?
Okay, I love you.
Bye. Bye.
Good morning. This is Captain Nelson in the flight deck. From all of us in the Delta family, it's our pleasure to have you on board.
Well, we just saw how Delta Concierge made Eve's airport experience pressure-free by taking away the need for her to keep an eye on her clock. But that commitment to an effortless travel experience doesn't just stop at her departure airport. If Eve has to take a connecting flight on her journey to her destination, Delta's AI-driven technology is ready to help. Our systems analyze real-time arrival and departure data to assign gates that bring customers even closer to their connecting flights. That dramatically reduces the time you need between connections. Throughout her journey, Delta is using technology to give Eve her time back, creating moments of connection and delivering safe, secure travel that protects her well-being. It also enables us to personalize Eve's in-flight journey with our best-in-class seatback screens and Delta Sync.
Thank you for flying Delta. Log in with SkyMiles to your personalized onboard experience via Delta Sync seatback from the moment you sit down, and enjoy everything from trip planning to curated content at your fingertips. To get started, real-time live translation will ensure we're always speaking your language. Tap into our onboard experience planner to check out new wellness tools and customize your food and beverage experience. Then, explore your recommendations from Delta Concierge to take the hassle out of planning and enjoy your destination as soon as you land. When it's almost time to touch down, arrival mode makes the moments after landing a breeze. Get directions through the airport and make sure your rideshare is ready when you are. Now sit back, relax, and thank you again for choosing Delta.
Since we announced fast, free Wi-Fi on Delta 2 years ago, millions of customers have signed on to become SkyMiles members and access this great benefit, which we expect will be completely rolled out through our entire global system this year. And millions more access Delta Sync on our seatback screens. We have over 165,000 screens flying each and every day. That's a heck of a movie chain. Far more than any other airline, providing endless opportunities to give our customers new content, whether through Delta Sync Wi-Fi or our industry-leading seatback screens. We pride ourselves in giving customers content that feels personal and meets you where you are. And that's why we're announcing today an exclusive partnership with a company that knows content better than anyone else. You guessed, YouTube. Yes. Beginning this year, YouTube will be the newest partner to join Delta Sync exclusively. Joining me to tell us more, please welcome YouTube's Chief Business Officer, Mary Ellen Coe. Thank you so much for being with us. Well, Mary Ellen, we are so thrilled to kick off our partnership with YouTube beginning this year on Delta Sync. Can you share with the audience something about our partnership?
Yeah, well, Ed, we are so thrilled to be working with you and the team. And we know Delta is first in class in how you prioritize your customers, and that is so consistent with how we think about our creators. They're at the center of everything we do. So what a great way to bring our missions together, to be able to bring your customers, Delta's customers, the fantastic creator and content experience of YouTube. Creators are producing the must-see TV of today, and viewers no longer distinguish between content from traditional studios and creator-led content. They turn to YouTube for all of it, whether it's episodic series, sports highlights, podcasts, music performances. And since the very first upload, YouTube has opened up whole new ways for viewers to get access to that content. Any screen, anywhere, and now even when you're in the air on a plane. Yeah. So that's why we're so excited to partner with Delta to bring YouTube's fantastic creators and content in a highly curated way, unique and only for Delta's in-flight entertainment ecosystem. Through our partnership, Delta customers will be able to enjoy our favorite creators, podcasts, music, a wide array of music artists, and all of this ads-free.
Ad-free, that's great. You heard that?
Ads-free. And that's all on personal devices or on Delta seatback experience. Even better, and this is the really exciting part, we will be providing all Delta customers a free trial of YouTube Music and Premium that you can use even beyond travel.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you, Mary Ellen. Access to entertainment is really key to having an enjoyable travel experience. What role have you seen YouTube play in the travel experiences to date?
Yeah, well, personally, I really love catching up on my favorite content or podcasts when I'm traveling, and I travel a lot, and I know that I'm not unique. So our creators provide just a fantastic viewing experience, and they take viewers along the road and along for the ride and behind the scenes. So just as an example, the Paris Olympics. So we sent creators to the Paris Olympics. Their fans love to watch some of the games and the events through their favorite creators, but they also traveled all around Paris. They unlocked new restaurants, underground restaurants, new cafes, found all new ways to travel and tour the city. So this is just a simple example. We used to pick up books to travel, right, and to get recommendations. Now people experience that through their favorite YouTube creator.
That's so cool. Okay, one more for the audience, and I'm sure all of our folks are here dying to know. What is your go-to in-flight entertainment pick?
I don't think you're asking about email.
I'm not asking about
No,
email.
all right. Okay, I have a hot tip. Sean Evans, Hot Ones.
Sean Evans.
Fantastic interviews. That's the hot tip of the night.
Good. Well, that's awesome. And I want to thank Mary Ellen for being with us tonight. YouTube coming exclusively to Delta this year. I could not think of a better way to pass through an enjoyable trip. Thank you, Mary Ellen.
So excited.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Now, it's not enough to ensure that customers enjoy a personalized and seamless travel experience. We also are exploring how new partnerships can support customers' well-being, too. For example, Fount's FlyKit is a complete jet lag solution designed to help travelers adjust to new time zones and feel refreshed upon arrival. I'm sure some of our international guests here tonight could be using some of that. We'll be partnering with Fount later this year to provide FlyKits to our customers. We're also working with Skyview's circadian light technology, which aligns cabin lighting with passengers' natural rhythms to reduce jet lag during and after the flight. And in 2025, we are launching a brand new series exclusively available on Delta Onboard called Well Traveled. And it's designed to show you how to integrate wellness into every flight you take. Its host is someone who is charged with the responsibility of performing at the top of his game immediately after traveling, no matter how far he had just flown. Our host is with us here tonight to give us a glimpse of what he's got in store. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage 7-time Super Bowl winner, Tom Brady. Tom, it's so great to be here, especially since this is now one of your new towns as one of the newest owners of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Thanks, Ed. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much.
And do we have any Raiders fans in the night?
How many Raider fans we got in here?
Okay, we got some. Now, as many of you know, Tom is finishing his first year as an NFL announcer. And by the way, I think you're doing an awesome job.
Thank you.
I'm biased, but I do believe that. Now, how many miles a season would you say you fly?
A lot. I used to fly about half the time. So many of the games we had when I was playing, they were home games, but now as a broadcaster, I'm basically on the road every single weekend, which is really fun, except when I go to some of these tough road environments that heckle me every week. But that's not that important right now. Sorry for getting off topic.
That's okay. But you still manage to look so fresh. What's the secret?
I can't give you all the secrets. For that, you're going to have to tune in to Well Traveled, my new travel show coming to Delta in 2025. But I can give you my top 3 travel hacks. You guys want to hear those?
You're going to give them to us? Okay, let's go. What's first?
All right. First up, hydration. I always make sure to have my electrolyte hydration packs on hand, and I'm well hydrated when I'm on the plane, always. I even bring my own water canteen. You know that. You played a lot of golf with me. I kind of tote it around. It's never too far from when I need it, and it always helps me stay fresh. It helps me stay energized, and as soon as I land, I'm ready to take on the day, whether it's meetings, very cool events like this, or even prepping for Sunday's game.
Okay, and that's just one. What's next?
So next up, taking care of your physical health, because my routine, it was always so important to me, and working out every day was crucial. And even as I spent all my career on the field and training and competing at the highest level, was so important. So working out, it's always been a great part of my life, and it really could be anything for us now. I'm certainly retired. I don't have to work out quite as hard as I used to, but hiking, swimming, biking, just even a simple walk. And I try to do those things in the morning when I have the most energy before the kids wake up. So today, I woke up pretty early. I knew I was coming here. I got a little bit of weight training in because I truly believe this. Just like our brains, our bodies are the same way. If you don't use it, you lose it. So get up and get moving.
Okay, what's number 3?
So number 3, I saved the best for last. So if it's okay, maybe, just maybe, let's keep this one between you and me.
I think we can.
And the 10,000 other people
All right.
here.
Everybody good with that?
Awesome. So number 3, I try to use all the time that I have on the planes and traveling to stay very productive. I love being productive on long flights because it's actually time where I can just lock in and focus. I don't have people chirping at me all the time. I can get the job done. And I like to use that time to read up on all my notes, to be prepared for my meetings and events. I even use the time to study game film as a broadcaster of the different teams that I'm covering. I did that when I was a player too. So travel time is a little bit of rest, but it's a lot of time studying. Preparation's always been so important to me. In order to feel confident in whatever I'm doing, it's always about preparing in order to get the results that I want.
Well, Tom, that's amazing. It's no wonder you look so great. Now, I want to ask everyone, you ready to watch Well Traveled? Okay, this is just a little preview. We didn't give away all the good stuff. Well, coming on Delta Sync and the seatback screens this year, you'll be able to see Tom and Well Traveled and enjoy those experiences. Tom, thank you for coming out today.
Thank you, Ed.
Appreciate it, brother.
Thank you. Great to be with you
Give
guys.
it up for Tom Brady.
Thank you. Thank you.
Delta Sync, our partnership with YouTube, and content like Tom's Well Traveled are all great examples of how anticipating your needs and serving you with exclusive experiences can elevate your journey. We expect many of the features shown today will be online on our planes this year. And we continue to find new partners to bring into our ecosystem. Well, since we're here in Las Vegas, the gaming capital of the world, it's only fitting to announce a collaboration with DraftKings, one of the world's leading online gaming platforms for the Delta Sync experience. Jason Robbins, DraftKings co-founder and CEO, is with us today. Is that you, Jason? Did I see you? Did I see you staring at your phone instead of watching the show? Jason, stop looking at your phone. Fantasy football season's over, okay? It's over. We love you, Jason. From fantasy sports to online adventures, gaming has become a regular part of the daily lives of millions of our customers. And you shouldn't have to hit pause just because you're in the sky. Our partnership with DraftKings will build on the games portfolio that we already offer today via Delta Sync and our seatback screens, while using the deep expertise that Jason and his team have developed over the past decade. Now, let's check in with Eve to see how she's doing one more time, to see what's in store for her upon arrival in Tokyo. Because Delta Concierge has been working on Eve's behalf, her rideshare already knows when she'll land, and we'll have a car waiting to take her wherever she wants to go. Now let's talk more about that rideshare. And to help me, I'd like to welcome to the stage someone that does not need an introduction with this crowd, the CEO of Uber, Dara Khosrowshahi. Dara. Dara, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Ed. It is a privilege to be here with you to celebrate the history of Delta and to give us a glimpse of what's to come. And I'm thrilled that we're coming together to shape the future of travel.
It's so true. It's so true. And we could not be more thrilled that you could be with us tonight. And we're excited to be announcing a new exclusive partnership with Uber, the company that revolutionized how we go anywhere and get anything at the simple tap of a button. Okay, out of interest, how many people took an Uber to get here today? Show of hands. Okay, keep your hand up if you also flew on Delta. Okay, wow, we got more Delta people than Uber. You got work to do.
I think you stacked the deck with the crowd.
Just a little bit, just a little bit. Well, you're gonna love what Dara's got to share. Tell them what Uber customers can expect from our new partnership together.
Gladly. So I'm incredibly excited to announce that Uber will be teaming up with Delta for a new exclusive partnership. So travel is a big deal for us. In fact, 50% of Uber bookings either begin or end at an airport.
Yeah.
So that's why we're starting with something that we know is very important to Delta customers, and that's SkyMiles.
Absolutely.
So SkyMiles members will be able to earn miles when they use Uber and Uber Eats. So for every UberX ride that you take to the airport, yeah, as well as premium and reserve rides, you will get miles. And it doesn't stop there. You'll also earn miles for eligible restaurant and grocery deliveries that you order with Uber Eats. But we're also evolving our airport experience from providing easy step-by-step instructions right in the Uber app to guide you from the plane straight to your ride, to improve pickup and drop-off experiences at Delta hubs, and much, much more. We're super excited to be launching our collaboration just this coming spring.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, all of you sign up for the wait list at uber.com/Delta.
Sounds good, right? You guys got that? Dara, what excites me the most are the new opportunities that this partnership will create as we work together over time. As we start to better integrate the findings, the learnings of Delta and Uber, we're going to be making the experience for our customers, these people, less stressful, easier to manage, and making sure that you, our customers, are in control of every step of the way.
That's exactly right. And with their shared goals of always putting people first, I think the possibilities are just absolutely endless. Now, Ed, you've clearly been busy this afternoon, this evening, so I hope you don't mind. I took the liberty of ordering us a little pick-me-up with Uber Eats.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Wow, awesome.
Not your typical delivery.
Wow, this is so kind.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I heard it's a hazelnut with a little splash of cream. Did I get that right?
How'd you know? That's pretty cool. Smells great, doesn't it? Thank you for this, Dara. Now, we're up here sipping coffee, but it hardly seems fair that we're the only ones enjoying a mid-keynote pick-me-up. Have you got anything for these lovely people out there?
Well, of course I do. We're also thrilled to bring the joy of Uber Eats to each of you today. So guys, come on in. Where's the head?
This is so cool. Thank you, Dara. This is really great. And if you didn't get a chance to receive a gift card, keep an eye out for the Uber guides as you exit the building. Everyone, please give it up for Dara.
Thank you. You bet.
Dara? So as we saw with Eve, data, Gen AI, and the ingenuity of the Delta people are driving our ability to transform her journey. At every step, new and connected experiences were unlocked by her SkyMiles membership, before, during, and after her day of travel. The idea of loyalty is changing, and it has changed. SkyMiles membership is the way to access new experiences well beyond your day of travel. It's at the center of our innovations, powering Delta Sync and the Fly Delta app. Those of you who made use of our expedited badge pickup this year when you landed in Vegas, you know the power of SkyMiles membership. And if there's anything that we've learned over the past 100 years, it's that our mission isn't just to move people around the world safely and comfortably. No, it really is to harness the power of travel to bring people together, to connect communities across vast distances, to create opportunities that were unimaginable just a few years ago. This mission is more important today than ever before.
We see a future where human ingenuity and imagination simplify how we move through the world. Human kindness ignites our endeavors. As we travel effortlessly to people, places, and cultures previously unknown, differences melt away as we begin to understand our shared humanity and what it means to live a life.
Our planet is vast, and our opportunity to forge a better future has never been greater. But the amazing promise of technology to bring us together has also, at times, driven us apart. That's why what we do at Delta is so important. Our purpose isn't just to transport people, it's to bring them together. When you come face to face with someone, you discover what you have in common. You start to bridge those gaps in understanding. At Delta, we know better than anyone that the power that travel holds to create opportunity, to power economies, and dramatically change lives. Just consider these facts. People flew an estimated 5 billion times last year, 5 billion. And 1/3 of global trade by value is sent by air. And aviation generates 4% of the entire world's GDP. It's no wonder that aviation supports more than 86 million jobs globally. And through innovation and technology, we can connect developing nations to the world as never before. But it won't work unless it's both accessible and affordable for everyone. Countless regions remain underserved by commercial air capacity. Get this, it's estimated that just 1 in 5 of the world's population has even experienced air travel. Can you believe that? 1 in 5. Our first century of flight was largely focused on uniting regions and continents. I firmly believe the next century of flight will be about uniting the world. Imagine the benefits of conveniently connecting local farmers in Nigeria to customers in Sweden, or students in Nepal to educational opportunities in Japan. And so it's important to hear from those who will be navigating that next century, a group of people who have zero preconceptions about how the next century of travel might look like, a group of people who, in my experience, tend to be our kids.
Welcome to Delta Airbus Innovation Lab. Today we are going to do a deep dive on all the exciting developments and innovations in aviation that will shape how we travel over the next 100 years. We got some really cool things that we're going to discuss, like who here likes Roblox? Yes, this is great. So Delta is working with Roblox to create a game called Delta Locals, where you can collect these cool souvenirs and then learn more about places all around the world. So that is one cool thing that we're doing. What are your ideas?
How about a plane made of garbage? What?
I like that.
He's right. We have to save our planet.
Great idea. One day, your seat may be made of plastic that we remove from the oceans. I agree. Yeah, we're working with all kinds of material like algae and bamboo. Anything is possible, guys.
What about a plane that has wings that flap like a bird?
I like this. Well, how about folding instead of flapping? I mean, we're working on a new wing that makes planes fly even more efficiently, a folding wing.
It's a good idea to copy birds. They've been flying forever. They're the literal experts.
Exactly. See, we're working on getting planes to fly in formation. Like when you see a group of geese and they fly in that V shape, it means quicker journeys and using less fuel. And we're actually doing a test flight this year. Yeah.
Can I come?
Not yet, but soon. Okay, grab your headsets. Using a combination of AR and VR in this device, we can customize planes in whatever way we want.
But if it's a plane and it also glows in the dark?
Oh, that's fantastic. It's perfect for night
What
flight.
about a plane with plants?
You're so innovative, everybody here.
What about a plane with camouflage?
This is getting really good, guys. I'm loving all these ideas.
I don't know about you, but I think it's fair to say that the future is in pretty safe hands with these kids. That was an exclusive look at one of Delta's most important partnerships, our partnership with Airbus, the company which makes many of the airplanes that carry our customers across the skies. And it's a relationship that's been critical to making Delta the airline who we are today. And like Delta, our friends at Airbus are playing the long game, looking into the future to imagine how the magic of travel will be changing our world for decades to come. Joining me to discuss the steps we're taking together to build a better world for the next 100 years, I'd like to welcome Airbus's Chief Sustainability Officer and Head of Communications, Julie Kitcher, and renowned futurist and founder of Way, Sinead Bovell. Ladies.
Hi, Ed.
Sinead, thank you. Julie, what we just heard from those amazing kids help us paint one vision of the future of travel. But when you think about the next 10, 50, 100 years of travel, what kinds of big changes do you see in how aircraft are being designed and then built?
Thanks, Ed. And hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here with you and our friends and partners at Delta. So first, you're right to talk about shared values. At Airbus, our purpose is to pioneer sustainable aerospace for a safe and united world. So it means we're pioneering innovation and technology for global mobility and connectivity, bringing the world together. So that's really, over the next decade, over the next century, we'll be bringing flight to future generations, those brilliant kids that we saw on that video. And today's aircraft go beyond the boundaries we knew even a decade ago. But we're actually imagining technological innovations that seemed impossible. So it's never been more exciting for engineers to design, develop, and implement at Airbus. And those kids are pretty smart.
They're pretty smart.
They are pretty smart. So actually, I'd like to share that we're actually working on wings that do change shape. If you think about an eagle in flight and the way those wings bend and change shape, well, we're actually working on longer, leaner, lighter wings with moving parts that change shape in flight to improve aerodynamics, reduce fuel used to cut costs and emissions, and that's what we're doing to support you, Ed, at Delta. And for those of you who grew up with Star Wars, like I did, that means science fiction is actually becoming a reality when we see those wings moving. So I'm really thrilled to be able to announce collaboration with Delta and Airbus on early stage technology between our innovation labs, including Airbus Up Next, to explore wing performance, fuel efficiency, superconductivity, which is about the efficiency of electrical energy, and advanced aircraft assistance. And so, Ed, that collaboration will be key to us because we need your feedback to be able to continue to develop the best aircraft and achieve our shared vision together.
That's really great, Julie, and I'm so excited about what we see out into our future, which brings me to Sinead. Sinead is a futurist, a frequent speaker at the United Nations. I think you've got one of the toughest jobs in the world, having to predict what's going to happen into the future. What are some of the big changes that you see happening on our horizon?
It's a great question. Yeah, I would say augmented reality, virtual reality like we saw in that video, and AI-first devices will eventually become as standard as in-flight Wi-Fi and entertainment screens are today. And then AI, it's going to go on to deliver extremely hyper-personalized travel experiences where the planning just moves seamlessly into the background. And then there's rapid advancements in synthetic biology and material science, so we can build planes with biodegradable materials that could even one day self-heal.
Self-heal. Explain that to me.
Just the same way nature heals itself if it gets a tear or it gets injured. Taking that biomimicry example, building using similar materials so planes of the future can heal and repair themselves, copying nature again.
That's so incredible, and I'm so excited to hear that. Julie, as someone who oversees sustainability at Airbus, what are some of the advancements that you see in fuel science that's shaping the future of our industry?
Absolutely, and fuel science is actually becoming extremely exciting. So first, let's put aviation history into perspective. So at Airbus, we like to talk about 4 revolutions of aviation. Well, the first was flight itself, because scientists believed that machines heavier than air wouldn't fly. The second is making aviation safer, and that's a continuous priority for us all. The third is making flight accessible, so democratization of flight, and Ed, you were talking about that. And now we're at the dawn of the 4th revelation, so pioneering the technology for sustainable aerospace.